Good afternoon. Today I've got one important myth to dispel about Roth IRA retirement income. And that's the idea that you cannot make a withdrawal from your Roth IRA before the age of 59 and a half and not pay a penalty. So the general consensus, the general rumor, if you're getting do-it-yourself advice when it comes to retirement planning is if you have a Roth IRA, you have to wait until you're 59 and a half before you make withdrawals. Otherwise, you're going to pay a penalty and you're going to pay taxes on the earnings. So this is not necessarily true. And the reason that I want to bring this up is because if you plan this properly, you can get access to some of your money earlier than 59 and a half. Many of you that are watching this, many of my followers want to achieve early financial independence. They want to retire early. They don't want to wait until they're elderly before they don't have to work anymore. They want to retire now, or they want to retire in the next few years. And if that is the case, if you want to retire before 59 and a half, you can, under certain circumstances, get access to money in your Roth IRA. Even though it's already been put in there and it's locked away in this tax-sheltered account, you can still get access. And what you need to do is make sure that first that you're talking to your financial advisor if you have one, or your financial coach, and that you make your withdrawals from it on the following schedule. First, you want to withdraw your contributions. So the initial contributions that you put in, the money that's already taxed, you can withdraw those from an IRA. They won't be taxed again. You won't be penalized. The second are conversions. So IRAs or 401ks, or 403bs that you took and you rolled over and converted them into your Roth IRA are the next that you can pull out. And it's possible, based on certain rules, that you might be able to get those out tax-free and penalty-free as well. And then finally, there's earnings. Earnings are the ones that most likely you're going to have to pay tax and penalties on. But even in those cases, you might not necessarily pay those penalties and taxes. You need to consult with your CPA, talk to your financial advisor, and get a clear idea about your situation. I can't go into all the details right now. There are certain rules that have to be adhered to in order to get access to that money early. But just don't take the blanket statement of 59 and a half or earlier you're going to pay penalties, because this isn't necessarily true. And if you want to plan for your retirement, you want to plan it early, you can potentially get access to some of that money before the age of 59 and a half. Please post a question or a comment. Send me a private message if you want to talk about it privately. This is, again, Roth IRAs. It isn't necessarily a Roth 401k or Roth TSP, right, for our active duty military and for our civil servants who use the thrift savings plan. The Roth TSP is different. It's not the same as an IRA. In some ways it's similar, but it's much more difficult to get the money out of there penalty free. And you also have to take required minimum distributions from a Roth TSP, which is different than a Roth IRA. So again, I don't want to mix up several different types of retirement plans. This is just Roth IRAs, but please post a question if you have one, and I'll talk to you again soon.